Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity unlike any other. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku after his volcanic island erupted, members of all four nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Mako, a firebender from the Fire Nation.
Hi, I'm Archie. I play Aquila, a bloodbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
G'day, I'm Brandon. I play Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hi, my name is Bree and I play Shurva, a weapon specialist from the Fire Nation.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I play Al, an airbender from the Northern Air Temple.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. Hello! Hello, everybody. Sorry, Andrew, what?
Choose.
Choose?
Ah, tschüss.
Choose, that means, doesn't it?
Tschüss. It means cheers in German.
Tschüss. I thought it meant bye in German.
It means bye in German.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same
It's like
thing.
slang. It's like slang.
Why are you saying goodbye instead of hello?
Okay.
Because he's a little prick. Welcome, everybody.
Hello?
To Avatar Legends with the Lost Archives. Welcome back. We are very excited to be jumping into the session tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't have a session last week, so it has been a week off for us, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like we're all struggling this week, if I had to make a guess. Andrew sunk lower into his chair than he's ever been before. Yeah, I can sort of just see the top of his head. Looks like there's not much left of him. He's slowly melting into a puddle of a man.
That's
Dave
just Andrew in
shaved.
general.
Yeah. Thank you for noticing. You're the first person to notice. My mother didn't even notice.
It looks really good.
I noticed, I just didn't want to draw attention to it.
Oh, okay. Now I'm a baby fish.
I didn't notice.
And then, do you want to say hello to everybody, Tiny Copy? There you go, say hello, and then I'll put you down because you're so warm. I can't have you on my lap, so it's too hot. There you go, down you go.
Hot.
It's too hot. She's got a little like warm belly, and then
Where
when
are
she's sitting
you?
on my lap, it just reflects the heat back onto me.
That's like a
Too much
superpower,
heat.
I swear.
Well, we will jump into things really quickly. Before we do, though, I did this little poll for the Curse of Strahd episode. I'm going to do it tonight too. Raise your hands if you have been playing Baldur's Gate 3. Almost unanimous. I mean, all the cool people got their hands up, so that's all that matters.
I've been
Keep your hands up.
saving
Keep your hands up if you've played more than 20 hours. Keep your hands up if you've played more than 30. Keep your hands up if you've played more than 40. 50?
You're the fucking losers.
60.
Maybe 50, 60 probably. It's a shared account. We got like 9
So Andrew's down on 50, Brandon down on 50, 60. Dave's still got both hands up. Dave, 70?
I rounded. I was on 59.5 or something like that. So
That's a fair round. Oh my
So
god.
not 60 then, so you lied to us.
yeah, no. I didn't. Yeah.
Oh my
We
goodness.
is Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's
I'm
all
a
they
bad
are.
person.
Look, out of 10, hold up your hands if you would give it a. I think actually no, rather than this way. I'm just gonna go one by one for those of you who've played it. Dave, out of 10, what would you give it as a score? 1 being the worst game you've ever played, 10 being the best game you've ever played. Like recapturing the moment of joy and delight when you played a game as a child.
Yeah, no, definitely like a 9. Definitely
Yeah.
a 9. 8.5
Andrew?
9. Like,
Yeah, solid 9 as well.
Brandon.
I'd give it a 9 just until they get rid of spell snapping on controller so I can aim a fireball better. Aside from that, it'd be a 10.
I mean, you're at fault for using a controller, so that's your fault.
But we're playing on the TV split screen. We're like,
Just get 2 keyboards. Obviously, that's how that works. It's not how that works.
I'll give it
Yeah.
an 8.
Give it an 8. I would also. You haven't played it. I would also agree with the 9. I think it's pretty damn good. And the thing is, the more I play, the better it gets. Dave, you've got your hand up. This isn't school.
Tears of the Kingdom or Baldur's Gate for your game of the year out of those two. I mean, there could be a third contender there, but like out of those two.
No, there's not. It's
Baldur's
those two
Gate.
games definitely. Oh man. And the thing is, we've still got Starfield coming out too.
Yeah, that's not going to compete. We're going to be honest.
Nah,
On
it's
Games Pass.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
Man.
like Baldur's Gate flexed on like Starfield because like Baldur's Gate had locked in their date for ages, and then Starfield's like, no, we're releasing that day, and they're like, no, we're gonna release a month early, and just win Metacritic. Yeah.
It could be the best move they've like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I might
Starfield.
need to get back to you on that, Dave. I don't know which is the better. I don't know which one I prefer. It's too hard.
I like that Baldur's Gate's map feels more dense and that there are things happening. Even though it's a big map, there are things happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas Tears of the Kingdom, I felt like it was just a bit of space that still.
There's a lot of space.
It's not Breath of the Wild. Like that was just nothing for years, but yeah.
I don't know. It is a tricky one. I think I'd have to get back to you. I can't make a call tonight which one I prefer, Baldur's Gate 3 or Tears of the Kingdom, because they're quite different in a number of key ways. I don't know. It's a tough one. That is a really tough one. I'll get back to you. I may never get back to you.
Glad I raised my hand.
To commit. I refuse to commit. Well, let me do a recap, and then we will start the session. From this point onwards, when the recap starts, that is when the derail vote comes into play on the Twitch overlay. So make sure if you're watching us live, you've voted for who you think is going to derail us. At the moment, it looks like most of the votes are for me. That's a shame. That's a real bugger. But I don't know. I'll just have to.
You are the usual derailer, though.
That is 100% not true.
100% accurate. You're right. Yeah.
Well, let me do a recap, and let's jump into the previous jump into the session after our recap of the previous session. Our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung of the Earth Kingdom, Aquila of the Water Tribe, and Aal of the Air Nomads. With the recent death of Avatar Roku following the eruption of his volcanic island home, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. The team are currently on the trail of the 4 elemental spirits in an attempt to calm their rage and undo the damage done by a careless wish made of the whale spirit of the Siwong Desert. 2 spirits have already been fully appeased, and the group are now in the Earth Kingdom city of Omashu to locate the 3rd, the Bajamol Spirit of Earth. Their journey hasn't been an easy one, taking them south to Kyoshi Island, then north through the Banyan Swamp. After defeating the Guiding Wind, a group of renegade airbenders responsible for the kidnapping of several people, and suspected of attempting to locate the brand new Avatar while still a baby, the team have been very active in taking down this group. Arriving outside the city of Omashu, the group bid farewell to Fire Sage Mazon, checked Mango into a stable, and started across the bridge. Before they could arrive, however, they found themselves drawing the attention of a young lad, Kalzo, who offered to guide the group around Omashu. It turns out the Ember Island Players are currently in Omashu, showing their latest play all about the events of the Peace Summit at the Beifong Estate and Ba Sing Se, creatively titled Attack on the Estate of Peace. Last session, the group knew they had a couple of hours to kill before the play about them was shown in the main marketplace, so decided to get Kalzo to show them around the city. After travelling up to the very top of the Palace District, having a bit of a look around, they rode the minecart tracks and transportation tracks all the way down to the base of Omashu, where the mines had recently been closed due to earthquakes and unsettling news of a creature deep within the tunnels. Heading down below, the group stumbled upon the Bajamol spirit, Mako's lantern that he had been gifted by a enigmatic Earth Nation citizen called Ruler, began to light up and activate, and the group watched in horror as the lantern began to draw energy from the spirit and reformed Ruler. Acting quickly. Yes, Bree, you've got your hand up. Do you want me to pause there?
I would like to point out that Shurva interrogated him because she did not trust him from the beginning. Just putting that out there.
You can judge a person. You can judge a lot about a person not when they poop.
It wasn't just about the poop. I was trying to
That
figure
is
out his
something
intentions.
You did seem to focus a bit on where he pooped, though. Like
That was because
you
I was trying
asked-
to throw him off, so that my next
was a shark
question would be
pooper.
like, boom, he would have to answer.
Problem was
and I
your
like,
next question was then, you don't poop here? Like...
No, you see, you barrage them with a whole bunch of weird questions, and then you get
About
them with
poop.
the one good question, and they go, "Oh crap! I've
You
just
did-
given away the whole plot."
But did
didn't
you
do that.
ask any good questions?
No, you just asked him.
did.
Name one.
I'm gonna go back and
Okay.
transcribe that whole episode.
Like how I use Speak with Dead and Baldur's Gate. It's like, I asked a dumb question, didn't I? Damn it.
I've got a question. Does that count as a derail?
It didn't
No,
derail. It was just,
no,
a,
it's
it was
on
just a
point.
sidebar.
Okay,
But-
fair.
Exactly.
Mine wasn't. Mine was.
Oh no, not you. No. Yours
like-
was on. Yours was on topic. I was wondering about Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
I've got points on Owen right now. Don't do this to me.
Vested interest.
Technically, the recap's not over yet. You're good.
Okay.
That's a sidebar.
Stumbling across the Badgermole spirit and realizing that Mako's lantern was slowly drawing energy from it, the group sprung into action. While Aquila used his spirit bending to appease the mole, Brandon touched it. The rest of the group decided to attempt to break the lantern, while Aal particularly focused on smashing the lantern apart. The effect, this ritualistic effect that was being triggered, was disrupted, causing the lantern to break apart and vaporizing Ruler. We left off last session as Ruler throws back his head and screams, having been partially in the process of becoming corporeal as the Badgermole spirit was slowly taken apart. But with the destruction of his lantern, you watch as Ruler fades away into particles, this echoing "Ah!" cutting through the silence. All of you stand within this large open chamber, the chasm formed by the Badgermole's initial attack still separating Aquila and Rung from the rest of the group. The mole, with its leg now fully reformed, having been slightly disrupted as a result of Ruler's lantern, is now standing over the top of Rung and Aquila. The star-nosed mole-like snout, these kind of like small tentacles emerging from its nose, begin to sniff the air as it bends its head down towards you, Aquila and Rung. Sniffing, reaching out as if trying to get closer to figure out what these creatures are just in front of it. My question is, what do the two of you do?
I'm gonna continue what I was doing and sort of just hold my hand out to just pat it, basically. Just sort of like calm it down. Just I've obviously just sticking with what I've been doing. Just trying to like
As
just
you're-
keep it cool and level.
Thumbs upping next to him as you pat it, just like
To me or to the
Both.
to the pet
The
shop?
mole is blind though, so I mean, mission accomplished, I guess.
I say it as well. Good job. We good now.
2 thumbs up.
Two
Aquila.
thumbs up. Are we okay now?
Aquila, as
Yes,
your
sir.
hands contact the spirit, there's a sudden jolt, a feeling of almost like static electricity, but much stronger, that leaves a tingling sensation running up your arm from where you contacted it. For a brief moment, you feel this strange feeling of connection to this creature. But then it passes in an instant. You watch as the mole rears back a little bit and then begins to walk over the top of both of you, climbing down into the chasm. As it does so, fading away to nothingness.
So is this? Were we supposed to do this?
Yeah, I reckon so. Badger mole. It looks
That's
calm. You did
that's a
the
spirit,
you
right?
did the ward redo thing on it. Definitely a spirit.
You guys have
100%
done
spirit.
spirit things. I've only done one before. This is normal, right?
Yeah, I'm
Did
pretty sure it's pretty
Did
normal.
you did you feel like electricity through you? Like a
We
shock?
counter Aquila
touchy.
that you've been there for all 3 spirit calmings. You were there for the fox. You were there for
Was
the
I there
sky
for the
bison.
fox?
You were there for the fox.
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah,
I don't remember the fox.
that's a shame.
What did it say? No. Not derailing. I was like, I'd touch you like static electricity. Like Marco's done this to me before. Touch him on the shoulder, see if he's got like like rug when you put your feet in the rug and you get all like static electricity.
You put your hand on Aquila's shoulder. Nothing else happens. Just he feels a comforting weight on his shoulder as you put one of your meaty ham fists on his shoulder. Oh, you're slamming it down with a bit of force, are you, Rung?
Yeah, I'm just like there's like hand on shoulder, like, ugh. It's like, okay.
Aquila stumbles slightly under the weight of your very strong fist.
Your big, strong muscles have pushed me down a little bit, but I don't feel any. Do I still feel any shock or anything, or is it just like it was like an instant and then gone?
No, there's still a faint tingling. The initial shock lasted only for a fraction of a second, but there's still this odd tingling running down your arm. Do with that information what you want.
Okay. Can we see where the others are?
Yeah, just across the chasm. Although I will say that with the lantern now fully destroyed, it's very dark in here. In fact, the only source of light is Mako with his flickering flame that he is holding in his hand.
I think both me and Rung have dark vision though, right?
No, you don't. That's D&D.
Well, I have superior dark vision.
No, you don't. That's D&D.
10 feet of true sight.
Crystals.
In
like
fact, anyone who says they have dark vision now has a fear of darkness. Enjoy.
Al runs around screaming.
Yeah. Al, can you make me a quick push your luck to avoid falling in the chasm? I'm kidding.
You can fly out of it though.
If he can get his glider out in time and get over his fear of
That's a 13
darkness.
absolute success.
Oh, you just don't fall in the cavern as you let out a quick and then rush towards the side of the chasm, then run back again near Mako with the light.
In fact, I make sure Cal doesn't fall in there. Watch your step there. I'm pretty sure there was a hole there.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going near the chasm. What was that? Sorry, wrong.
I was going to say, can I make a cheeky bridge to the other side?
I think you had actually started to. I think you had begun to last session, but you hadn't quite finished it. So yes.
Yep. I'll start flipping up small stones. Field in front of me.
Do you want to roll me with focus rung and just create a little bridge?
Okay, just a little bridge, faint one.
Just a little bridge across the chasm.
8, looking great.
8, success with consequences. You make a very narrow bridge, but it does span the width of the chasm. As you look over the edge, you're pretty confident this is going to do. This will do nicely.
Stamp my foot down in a bit. Sturdy enough. All right. Let's walk very slowly now. Make way across.
Perfect. Rung, as you and Aquila walk across the bridge and rejoin the others, Calzo rushes over and peers down the edge of the chasm. Mako, bring that light. I want to see what's down the chasm. Where'd the mole go? Wander on over. Yeah, Mako, as you lean over the edge holding the lantern aloft. Oh, not lantern, sorry, holding your flame aloft. Calzo peers down. I can't see it. Is it gone? What happened?
I think it's gone.
Is that what happens? They just go?
Yeah, they just disappear.
Wow.
All right.
Calm down after their tantrum, they go have a nap.
Yeah, I can't believe we got to see the
That's so
Badgermole
good.
spirit.
Is that bigger than the Badgermole you've seen in the zoo?
Yeah, that's way bigger than the one I've seen. It was huge.
I told you coming with us would be awesome.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
it's
also
not
kind of scary.
It's not the size that counts in the Badgermole.
You sure? I'm pretty sure it is. Like, the bigger they are, the better they are.
Yeah, pretty sure it's like a hierarchy thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like the bigger the better, right?
Yeah,
So, like,
100%.
if we took down the biggest, baddest Badgermole there is, does that make us bigger and better?
Yeah,
No, because you're not Badgermoles. Nah, you're not Badgermoles. You got to be a Badgermole to be bigger and better than a
You
Badgermole.
could be king of the Badgermoles. All of us. One crown, one throne.
I don't know if we'd all fit on one throne.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, if it fit
I can
that
make a really
Badgermole,
big throne out of
it
stone.
would be a very big throne, so I'm pretty sure we could all fit on it.
Yeah, true. A Badgermole throne. Yeah, we'd have to fit all of us because that was a big Badgermole. You're right.
Yeah.
It's probably going down there to his throne. Now think about it. How deep is it? Look.
So, like,
if you
where
look
did the
down
Badgermole
inside?
go, guys? Like, did you two see where it went?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, Aquila touched it. I think he got a bit sparky, and it walked over us and went down, and it just sort of pointed down to the chasm, and it went down there.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a bad touch? Is
No,
that why it ran away?
it was like a platonic touch. And then
Was there consent?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it said yes. And then I felt like some electricity in me, and then it was like waddled off.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
That's kind of crazy. So, like, is it gone? Is it gone forever?
It's always going to be
I'd
around.
say
I think the spirit
gone.
always-
Like,
Go back to
Like
spirit
gone from
world, maybe?
only hanging around in the void.
Huh. Well, do we want to still be in this big old cavern, or should we go in case it comes back? Or is it friendly now?
Maybe not risk it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been really fun
we
hanging
should-
out with you guys, but you also did put me in quite a lot of danger today, so maybe we should get out of the caverns.
No. We made sure you were safe.
We put you in danger.
Yeah, you were the ones who dragged me down here. I just wanted to show you the slides.
Pretty sure you begged to join us.
Pretty sure you also put us in danger.
When? I would never
Yeah, we
put
did nearly
guests to
die.
this fair
Those
city in
slides were a
danger.
bit dangerous, though.
Only if you're an idiot.
Yeah, so those
And we did
slides
help
were a
you
bit
get out
Yeah,
of
so we
here.
were in a lot
Trouble.
of danger.
Fair point. Well, did you want to head back up? I just don't know if there's much more down here, and I'm going to be honest, like, I'm a bit
think
scared of the...
That show's going to start soon, right?
Yeah.
we did see the show.
I'm really interested. I'm
What
really
show?
keen to go see that. The one about you guys.
What show? I don't know what show you're talking about.
There's not a show about us.
The Ember Island Players. You went and talked to the person who got tickets, and you got tickets for everyone.
Including Calzone.
Yeah, Calzo.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Calzone's coming as well because he's our friend.
Hey, could I get some light Mako for a second? And I just go into my bag and I sort of pull out just like some paper and just like scribble like little boxes and then just like little things next to it. It's be like beams of mine pass inspection. PPE was not worn by all miners. Solved the spirit monster in the main foyer of the mine. Fixed. So if we meet that lady, I'm like just gonna go, okay guys, I've just got a few things I've marked down here, just if we have to keep the audit thing going on to pass that, and let them know that we've solved the monster attack.
Just checking, when
Or
you
should we
say
not tell them?
minors, do you mean people that work here, or do you mean minors like Calzo, who's like underage?
But also Calzone
All of
should
us
be
who are
wearing
also
some
underage.
PPE.
Right.
What's PPE?
We are all
That
under
sounds like
18.
PP.
Actually, I'm not too sure. Did I see children in the mines here? There's no underage workers at this mine, was there?
You've
of
not
us.
seen any, apart from you guys.
Okay, cool.
And we're not working.
Child
so it's
labour,
fine.
not
Doing a
ticked
form of work.
on the sheet.
Is that a prominent one you've got to tick? Child labor?
Yeah,
It's a real
pops up
problem
fair
here in
bit,
the
to be
Earth
honest.
Nation.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm sure there's some kids, sneaking around some of the smaller tunnels around here and places that adults can't get to, but we didn't see them, so but they're not here.
Doesn't exist.
Wink. Exactly.
I don't know of any kids who like sneak off to go and mine and like not get paid. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty like lame thing to do. If I had to make a bet.
Yeah, well, you're not a good judge on what's lame and what's cool, right? You don't even like puppets.
Yeah, I think that's
Child
what
labour
makes
is
me a good
very
judge.
cool.
Was that Rung or Brandon?
Let's start telling us about how corruption is excellent and we need to have more corruption in government. So let's move on before that happens.
More corruption,
Also working the
more
mines when I was
children
10.
doing all the work.
Yeah. Well, did you want me to lead you guys back up
Corrupt
towards
children.
the Ember Island Players? I'm personally so excited to see the play. I've been hearing so much about it.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm suddenly
I'm
feeling
down.
really sick. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like I can't.
I haven't got
I
up to
don't
the
feel
bit
well.
where you come in, Aquila, so I'm
Feel
really
like-
excited to see that bit because I only got to see the first 5 minutes before they threw me out.
I feel like we should find a
seen any,
hotel
so
or
I'm
something to
excited.
stay in.
We can find one afterwards, I'm sure.
Yeah, To the show.
We're feeling very sick.
I put my palm on like Shurva's head just to see if she's like warm or feverish or not.
I'm feeling violently ill.
You put your palm against Shurva's
Feel
head.
that
It
warm.
doesn't feel that warm. It feels very normal.
Oh, you feel that's strange. Maybe it's coming on soon, but you should be right now. You're not
Hang on,
overheating.
Mako,
Let's
can
go.
you also check my forehead?
Yeah. You're really warm.
Okay, now Rung, check it again. I'm pretty sure it just came on suddenly.
I think the friction
know
of
your
rubbing your
tricks.
hands together for like 3 seconds is not enough to
I also had
produce.
to-
No,
I
he
also
would have
had the
been
flame in my
firebending
hand.
a little.
So he fired.
Nothing suspicious.
No, like I had the flame in my hand before that. Remember, just like
So
light
he
up the
like
area.
burnt your head?
Yeah.
You're your only source
I
of
turned
light.
the
Like, hey,
fire
let me
off,
check that for a
obviously.
second. Light goes out for a second. Comes
Yeah,
back
yeah.
on.
Pitch black. Marco then like you hear this sizzle. Shurva goes, oh! And then it comes back on. Shurva's forehead is really bright red all of a sudden, like glistening.
Feeling real sick.
Oh no, we better get you to the air-conditioned comfort of the show.
If you're feeling sick, I know an apothecary in town who's great.
Never mind, I'm good.
Great. Well, let's head up. I can't wait to see the show. I'm so excited. They have the best snacks as well. We'll get to the snacks later. Let's go. And Kalza begins rushing up the tunnel.
On
Yeah.
the way up, is there a water source around here anyway? Like a tap or a well or something like that?
Yeah, not until you get to the top of the tunnel and back out into the open area around the base of Omashu. But yeah, there's water barrels set up for the
Okay,
miners
I just want to fill up
drink.
my little satchels.
Perfect. As you do that, the inspector approaches you, Rung. Well, what did you find down there? Is it all sorted?
Well, we had a thorough inspection down there. Most things are pretty off the spec, actually. Like everyone, seems to be the beams all structural, integral. So no collapses from what I can see so far. A few of the guys I see going around without their helmets on. Probably for the best if they leave on their PPE when they're down here working. Haven't spotted any children working down here, so good job on that one there.
Children?
Also, we got rid of the. Yeah, just always like to make sure no child labor in the mines. And another thing, your problem with the monster in the main cave is now gone. So that one ticked off. That's done. Seems like you
Wait,
guys
you're
passed
serious?
inspection.
You managed to chase off the Badgermole spirit?
We managed to get the vegetable spirit.
How'd you know it was a spirit?
You told me last time it was a spirit. You said you were looking for it.
I'll look at the others. Did we
You
see
did.
that?
There's a high possibility, yes.
I'm almost 1,000,000% confident you mentioned it was a spirit last time because you were like, "Have you seen a spirit around here?" And she's like, "What spirit?" And you're like, "The spirit that looks like a Badgermole."
Seems like something we would say. I won't disagree.
Yeah.
I'll think it's odd, but then I'll also just yeah, doesn't know any better.
So
Well, I'm
Aquila
very
calmed
pleased
down.
that you are all okay.
It was fun.
You did tell me that you were just going to look at the storeroom. But it sounds like you did a fair bit more than that.
You're welcome.
Well, inspecting, went down there, heard some noises, checked it out, found your spirit problem, fixed your spirit problem. Pretty successful inspection, I'd say.
Thank you.
I think it's a bit under time.
Never lie to me again, and get the fuck out of my mind.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ciao.
But no need to speak that way.
I
Next time
think there
there's a
is.
spirit down here, you just call us.
If my manager finds out that there were children who went down to deal with the spirit, and I just let them walk down, I will lose my job.
So child labor is not a thing around here?
Right,
At all?
we have to
But you
think
did
about
let
the
them
community.
walk down.
Aquila?
It's better to ask forgiveness than for permission.
Get out of here, the
You,
lots of
you
you.
look so proud of yourself.
I am.
I am going to pretend this never happened. Or that you
What
snuck
never
past and
happened?
I never knew you were here. Perfect. Wonderful. Please. Just go before I get
Wait,
in
does
any
that
more
mean
trouble.
you didn't take credit for fixing your spirit problem?
Nope. I'm just going to say it sorted itself.
Yeah, okay, I can live with that.
That works out
Mako,
well. That works out well.
Don't tell the play people about this and then let them add it in the show, because that might be awkward when everyone goes to watch the show.
How
We can't-
loudly
we
are
have
you
to say
saying that?
Champions of Lie
Aquila?
Woe Woe.
Not that loudly.
You have to publicize this. It's good. Good marketing.
Can you roll me with focus, please,
Oh,
Aquila?
shit. What if I say no?
Did we figure out why that? No, we didn't. Or...
What am I? Focus?
Focus, please.
How's an 8?
An 8 is a partial success. As you
7 failed.
mentioned, let's not mention this to the players, the playwrights. She sort of like cocks her head a little bit confused and then just shakes it off. Well, again, thank you, but please, you cannot be seen here, or I'm going to get into a lot of trouble.
No,
Not to mention, you will get into a lot of trouble.
we will be like water and disappear.
Is that what water does? It seems to collect in the oceans and not move around a lot.
Disappear, like how my satchels are now empty.
You did say before you were filling them. As you hold up your
I'm
satchels,
filling them up. I'm
which are
filling
completely
them.
full, she looks and goes, right. Right.
Maybe she looks back up. We're all going except for Aquila.
Yeah.
It's like Batman. Aquila's just like standing there by herself. Like, oh, there you go.
Guys,
Just
not
like water.
again. This is like the
Just
Northern
like
Water Tribe
water.
all over again.
They're gone just like water. As Calzo like leads you guys away back towards the pathways back up, he goes, "Oh right, Rung, you're pretty good earthbender. The two of us are going to need to earthbend this cart back up. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of work. Like we're pretty far down.
go for a little
We're gonna
brother.
have to- All right, you ready? Everyone in the cart. Everyone in the cart. Okay, 3.
I'll fly himself.
Okay, cool. That's.
I will get in the cart.
Man, that's really cool.
I
wish
have to
could
get
do
in the
that.
cart.
I will get in the cart, I suppose.
Shurva,
Yeah, I'm
in the
not
cart.
happy about it, but I'll get in the cart.
you're not happy about the cart. What would you
Is
prefer?
there seatbelts?
No,
The foot falcon.
not meant for people. It's designed
Wait,
for goods.
how are we sitting in the cart?
You were just sitting on the floor, clutching the sides in terror last time.
Like, are we like lined up, kind of like a roller coaster?
Yeah, Exactly.
Could
You could be
we-
kneeling,
So
or you could be sitting.
I'm gonna get in behind.
Shurva's long whip as a seatbelt.
That's what I was saying. I'm gonna get in behind Archie and tie my whip around him, so he feels more secure.
You can do that.
So
Of
if
course you
anything
can.
bad happens, we're all basically chained up in this car.
Yeah, if one of us falls out, we all fall out.
Except Rung and Calzo need to be standing to get the angle for the earthbending, because essentially what you're going to
They're
do
not
is the
included.
two of you together are going to push down with all of your might against the ground to basically fling the cart up onto a higher track, and then keep doing that about 3 more times.
What
Hell
can go wrong?
Sick.
What will go wrong?
Get comfy.
Actually, as you guys get to the cart, Calzo sort of looks up and
Actually.
goes, hey, I was going to suggest something really effortful, but I don't think we're going to need to do that. See these signal flags here? And he points basically just left of the cart. There's a green and a red flag. Currently the red flag is standing upright. Up above, there's some like earthbenders. I'm pretty sure if we like signal to them, they'll earthbend a big heavy rock onto a platform, and then this will get pulled up. This platform will get pulled up. We don't have to worry about earthbending a huge amount. Like it's just a pulley.
Okay, that's probably.
It's a
We'll have to be-
seesaw.
I have to be pretty quick though. Maybe Al, if you're gonna fly, maybe you should swap the flags, because like I don't know if I can run back in time and get in the car. That's why I've normally not done
Oh
this.
no.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Perfect. As you all climb into the car,
Safely,
Shurva
sure.
wraps you up in the whip to help like give you the illusion of safety. Probably 3 people can fit with the whip around their waist. and
Yeah,
at this
well, I
point,
was
you're
thinking
just
it would be
spooning.
like Archie, Mako, me.
Yeah, and then you're just holding onto either end of the whip, like the base
Pretty
and then the
much,
tip.
yeah.
Right, cool. And then so Marco's just in the middle.
Not very tightly.
Not
The base
really
and the
holding
tip.
or touching the whip
Cool.
much at all. Aquila's got it wrapped around the front of his waist, cutting into his genitals, and then you're
I'm
holding
also
it back.
holding onto it as well.
Also holding onto it as well.
Yeah.
And then Shurva's just at the back holding onto this whip. So all 3 of you are kind of like seated, spooning each other in the
Yes.
back of the cart while
Wait,
Rung,
who's the little spoon?
you are the littlest spoon.
You are the
Aquila.
littlest spoon.
I mean, okay.
Marco's the middle
You're
spoon.
the teaspoon.
Oh, it's like a dream come true.
And then Shurva's the fork. As you all sit down.
Fuck you, man.
The fork?
The fork. The spork. As you all sit
fork
down
is this?
into the cart, Mako in the very middle, crushed between Shurva and Aquila. Calzo and Rung at the front, kind of like looking back in confusion at these guys who are buckling themselves in with the whip. Probably unnecessarily.
Don't worry about it.
You fly down and swap the flags. Immediately, as you do so, there's a lurch, and the platform that the cart is on immediately begins moving upwards. You watch as the wooden slats underneath it that are slowly causing it to rise shake and wobble a little bit due to the uneven distribution of weight. But it doesn't tip, it doesn't fall. Over the next sort of 60 seconds, the cart on the top of this wooden platform very slowly begins to rise all the way back up to the top. As it does so, waiting for you at the top is an Earth Nation worker, an Omashu worker. As he sees you guys sitting in the cart, he sort of freezes for a second. He was getting ready to earthbend this cart back onto the track. Freezes and goes, "You kids, you can't be in here. What are you doing?"
We got lost.
We were never here.
We're finished now.
You just fly down and go, "We were never here." Fly up again.
Distraction!
What the?
Run!
Go!
Perfect. As Al begins flying down, Rung and Mako jump out of the cart and begin booking it down the road. Calzo's close behind. Shurva and Aquila.
I try to explain until I see everyone running, and then I also run.
And Shurva?
Just for fun, I yank the whip and make Aquila fall over, and then I run.
And Mako. Both of them
Mako,
together.
yeah.
As you
I
pull
would've-
them back towards you.
Oh, he's kind of in the middle. He's less like,
I wasn't tied up. I thought it was just like on my sides, right?
yeah, it's just like
Just on the
around you.
sides. It's more Aquila than anyone else.
Yeah.
Yay!
Aquila, as you go to explain yourself, suddenly you decide, nah, I gotta get out of here, and you go to take off. You immediately encounter a strong opposing force around your waist that causes you to tip and tumble forwards before being pulled back onto your ass. As Shurva then lets go of the other side of the whip and takes off down the street following the others, you're kind of left there sitting as the worker looks at, "Hey, what?" And then looks down at you and goes, "Care to explain yourself, lad?"
I slowly stand up.
Yeah.
And then run.
Get back here, you little shite! As you begin taking off. The worker does not pursue you. You get the sense that he's probably not paid enough to care about this.
Yes. I succeeded.
After about, I'd say probably like a minute of just booking it down the road, Calzo gets tuckered out and leads you onto a side street that opens up into a small public garden. A little area behind a number of townhouses in the city. A few trees, some grass, and a beautiful spiraling rock garden. Stacked rocks forming little cans in a spiral pattern outwards from the center. Wow, I can't believe we got away from that. I thought for sure we were going to get busted. Last time they caught me, they went and told my mum. It was really embarrassing, actually. And then I was told off for not being a good example for my brother.
Nah, Kelso, when you're with us, you don't have to worry about getting caught. We just...
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
It was one time, Shurva.
What's gaslighting?
3G.
That's not a
You
thing.
learn when you're older.
Gaslighting's not a thing. Don't worry about it.
Just sounds like a cool name. Is it something you call someone if they're not very good? Do you call them a gaslighter? Is that like an insult? Is that something I can use? Am I going to get in trouble?
It's not
for
an
using this word?
insult. It's a very neutral term to describe someone doing something that's not a great thing, but can be beneficial.
So if I taught this to my brother
Very nothing
Boomy
answer.
and he said it in front of adults, I wouldn't get in trouble?
You have to teach him the phrase, though.
What's the phrase?
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Gaslighting your brother is a good idea.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I can teach
It's
him those
catching
words,
on.
I
Snap
reckon.
your fingers.
I think he's
When you say it, you
probably
gotta go
gonna
snap.
You gotta snap your fingers as well.
Yeah,
He's
in
only
an
like...
S. In
That's
an
He's
like
only
S.
gatekeep
like 6
girl.
months old. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. He hasn't got the hand-eye
He'll learn.
coordination for that yet. He'll learn.
He'll learn.
Okay.
Teach me on.
Well, maybe I'll focus on that later and teach Boomy that. I can already tell he's going to be a bit extra, so maybe this will fit right in.
Probably.
It's like a cute girl.
Can someone get an AI voice to make Boomy say?
What does Boomy sound like again?
I don't remember.
It's made of
Crazy.
pure geminite. Is that it? Is
Yeah,
that
but
Yeah,
that's,
yeah,
that's
pretty similar.
In adult Boomy, though. Kid Boomy's a bit different as well.
Did you want to? I think it sounds like Shurva wanted adult Boomy though, didn't you?
Oh.
Or do you want a baby? I can do a baby voice.
Is hilarious.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Like that? Is that what you wanted?
Perfect.
3 commandments.
I've never been happier.
Or did you want the Boomy? Hang on,
It's made of pure geminite. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
like
Oh, I
for
love
Boomy?
that.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Hype.
It's fine. I have to literally say the phrase to get the voice in my head, and then I'm good to go. For Boomy,
It's made of pure geminite.
that's the one for Boomy. As Calzo sort of nods and goes, "Oh well, now that we got away from those like guards and we've like genuinely like scared me straight, I think like I'm pretty confident I'm not going to go exploring anywhere like too dark and dangerous anymore because like I could have died today. God, I can't wait to tell Boomy this story. Although maybe it's like not a good thing to tell him that there's cool shit in the mines. That might get him in trouble. I don't know. You hear the sound of a cart just like collapsing through a section of roof behind you, and as Calzo turns around and looks up, he goes, we should probably get moving. I don't think we want to be too close to whatever's going on with that stuff. Sounds like there's a lot of stuff getting ready for the new encampment that's coming in. Did you guys hear about this? I don't know if I mentioned it before. Did I tell you about this? There's a group from Ba Sing Se coming.
Righto.
Yeah,
What's this
I think
group?
it's tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, I don't know much about them, but it's some like dignitary from Ba Sing Se and his like, I guess they're like his soldiers or guards or something. They got a funny name. Starts with D. The Dang Lin.
Dai Li.
Oh yeah, we
Dang-
gotta go. Yeah,
The
we
Dang
gotta go.
Lies. Oh, the Dai Li. I think it is the Dai Li.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fun guys. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know who their captain is at all? Did you hear like who's going with them? Like
Just
dignitary-
some noble
Dai Li?
guy, I think. D's
Cool.
nuts. Yeah, that's what they're called. D's nuts. Thanks, Ruby. Yeah, no, I don't know, just some noble from Ba Sing Se. I related to the Queen, I heard.
Some
Yeah.
Pang, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Aang. Paella.
Papaya?
Papaya.
Papaya, probably.
Pavlova?
Could be.
I've never tried papaya
Could be-
before. Is it good? It always seems
Papaya's
like it
good.
like looks good and smells good.
Oh,
but
it
I always
is
wondered
good.
if it'd taste as good
It
as it
is
smells
good.
and looks. It does?
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta steal some next time I'm in the market. I mean, lawfully acquire. Gives you a nod.
We're all delinquents here.
I go back to my original answer. I'm gonna steal some next time. Gotta make
Good.
sure I do and enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Oh, except Al.
Are you not a delinquent, Al?
I can be. I'm one of you guys.
He's just a
You,
gaslight
I'm
gatekeeper
cool.
go boss.
Are you a goody two shoes, Al?
No, he's a G3.
Only in front of adults.
Ah, so you're a rat. Oh, what would it be? No, sorry, it wouldn't be a rat. You're a... What would it be for Avatar? Quick, give me another animal.
Cat.
A rat cat.
A rat.
Really?
A Rossum.
Is that what
seagull.
we're doing?
Mole rat.
A rat
That's my
seagull.
cooking.
We're gonna go rat seagull because that is the most
Rat gull.
horrifying creature
Rat
ever.
gull?
Imagine the chip
ragel?
obsession of
Rat
a
gull,
seagull.
boss.
Oh my god,
A
it's a rat
ragel or a
seagull.
stat?
A rat gull.
Stat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Ragel.
call it a rat gull. That's a lot easier.
Ragel.
Red Gull would be an awesome Pokemon.
It would be. Are
Yeah.
you a
Retardo, Matt? Yeah,
Are
sorry.
you a bit of a rat gull? Oh.
No, right, guys. I'm cool. I'm cool,
very
right, guys?
So
getting
cool.
very
Chill.
That silence is
We've corrupted
I don't know if
But
I'd
chill.
describe it as deafening, but
No,
No,
I'm
he's
hearing them say.
he's cool. He's cool. He's cool. He's cool.
is he though? I don't know if I've seen any evidence of that. Although he can fly, that's pretty
If
cool.
I'm cool, then he's
That's
cool.
so cool.
Oh well then, yeah, definitely.
I kept you safe during the mall thing. That's cool, right?
You do keep. That's
Safety
true.
first.
I don't know if that's responsible or cool though.
He's like
Hey, being responsible
the
is cool, kid.
semi-adult here. Like he's like taking like the responsibility of being an adult.
Yeah.
Is that because you meditate so much and it makes you boring?
I mean, it does make me interesting.
It doesn't make you.
He's going to get a
interesting.
third eye. If he gets
You're
meditating.
boring.
That's the cool part about that.
You're boring.
He's gonna get a
If you
third eye.
meditate, you can one day get. Yeah, if you meditate enough, you're basic.
I heard this. My uncle was telling me a story about a man who meditated and like spent a lot of time with his third leg. Is it the same thing as that?
Close, just a little bit north from the pelvis, but
The third leg is north, or
Close.
the third eye is north?
the eye is north.
My dad
It's
told my
also
uncle
south.
off for
Not
telling me
going
that
there,
story, but I thought it sounded funny. Like, can you imagine him trying to walk with 3 legs? He'd be like a tripod.
That would be funny. Is your uncle blind?
No, my uncle's not blind. Why?
I've heard stories about people playing with their third leg, they go blind.
Oh, I've never heard that. He is really strong though, but it's funny because he's like slightly like he's stronger in his right arm than his left arm. Like I think it comes from his job. Lifting stuff.
I think like I've heard people like say like eat cornflakes or like really bland cereal. Like that should help fix that. He's playing with his third leg too much.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look next time I see my uncle. I'll let him know. He got in so much trouble from my dad for telling me that story, but I don't know. I think it's funny.
It is funny. Thank you for sharing.
Do you have any good stories that you get in trouble for sharing? Or am I about to see them if we go watch this play? Because it
You're
sounds
about to
like
see
I
them
did
if we
the
go watch the play.
research.
Yeah,
Great.
no
Well, should we-
surprises.
Do you understand what a war crime is?
I mean, I think I can figure it out from the name. I'm guessing it's a crime committed during wartime. Like, so it's an extra bad crime, right? Because during war,
Yeah, extra bad crime.
like
cool.
most crimes are kind of ignored, so it has to be an extra bad crime. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Called girl bossing.
Is it called girl bossing? I don't think it's called girl bossing. I've only learnt that term today from Shurva, and I don't think that's what that is.
It's called girl bossing.
War crimes, girl boss.
Genocide, war crimes, girl boss. Oh my god, Firelord Sozin as he launches the attack on the air nomads. What does Firelord Sozin sound like? Quick, someone tell me. Bring me the Avatar. Genocide, war crimes, girl boss. Oh god.
Okay,
Oh, that hurts. This is, I think we found the name of our episode. What am I going to put as the image? It's going to be a tough one.
It's a picture of you.
I was thinking maybe like the entire Air Nation as ghosts behind, and then Firelord Sozin in front just with his fingers clicking. Oh no. Okay. Well, let's go see this play because I'm really excited to see it, and I don't want to get banned from the play again. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean when I say banned.
We should go. We've got our snacks still.
Jesus Christ.
Perfect. As all of you then begin heading back down towards the market district, is there anything you wanted to do on the way? It's roughly now heading into the later afternoon, early evening. You know you've probably got about, it's probably half an hour, 45 minutes. Excuse me. About half an hour, 45 minutes until the play actually starts. So if you wanted to drop in at any of the shops, if you wanted to buy anything from the markets, now's the time to shout out and do it.
Shurva, how much money do we have?
Enough.
Accountant.
75 gold.
How much money do we have?
Right. No, what?
75 gold.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 5 and I had a heart attack.
No.
We've got food.
75 gold and 1 silver.
I don't really. Do we need anything?
It's up to you guys. You tell me. If
We
you wanted-
need 1 very nice fire spirit. Calm.
I mean, technically, only Mako needs. Everyone else will be fine with that one.
We'll tell you what. If you wanted to think about it, I'm happy to retcon and have you guys buy some stuff from the markets. I don't think anything's going to affect the chaos that's coming next. So
no,
I'm happy to.
Also,
as you have a bit of a think, we'll have you guys buy stuff from the markets afterwards.
Yep.
All right. In that case, then.
Can I just, Yep. Shurva and Al.
Yeah.
Okay. We were planning on leaving tonight or tomorrow.
Either. I mean, we can leave tonight at night up shows, or we can share the night's
As long as we watch the show, I think that's all that matters.
Do we plan on avoiding the daily, or are we going to stick around?
I think I'd rather avoid the daily because we don't have much time.
Okay, cool.
I'd also rather
always come back.
Hung.
They'll still be here causing trouble.
Yeah, cool. As long as we're all on the same page. I just wanted to see where you guys were at with this before I was like, guys, we need to leave.
My bigger concern is that we need to get this spirit stuff done.
And I think they kind of still hate us.
I mean, at this point in time, there's a lot of people that don't hate us, to be honest.
Yeah.
All of them?
Hung might not even know us.
I think literally all of them, they still hate us.
Yeah.
Well, they did try to kidnap us, so
yeah, we screwed with them in the new timeline, not the old one.
And then we also fought them at the river
ferry.
lake, the ferry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was saying screw with them.
Yeah. Then we also like sort of.
Us, right?
Huh?
They didn't know it was us, right?
No, they did. They did.
Surely.
Like, why else would they be coming here? Like, we've arrived here now. They're on the way.
Because it's very close to the Fire Nation.
Because it's the cultural hub of the mountains.
Cultural hub. Yep, the mountains. You're right. Yeah, we should.
Did we
not
also
stay alive.
want to see the Shu family in the trade district that we helped at the ferry?
Oh shit!
That's in Basing Say. We're on the other side of.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just used to the temples. I just thought it's one place. My mistake.
Nah, they're in Basing Say and they owe us a night stay. Don't worry, I've been keeping track.
Cool.
Everyone that owes us a favor.
Our accountant.
A free night stay.
Thank you.
Hey, they said stay there whenever we need to.
When else have we messed with the daily? Just out of curiosity. It was just the 2 times, right?
By escaping, we technically messed with them.
Yeah, there's just the 2 times, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've run into them at any other time.
Cool.
But I think you guys upset Pung at one point as well.
No?
Yeah, that was old timeline.
That was old timeline. That was...
Yeah.
Pung's alive now.
Problem is,
that's right. He doesn't remember being locked in.
We don't know what's happened this time.
You guys don't know how much interaction you've had with Pung. All you know is that in this new timeline, he wasn't kidnapped like the rest of you were.
Yeah, fair.
We could have bullied him.
We 100%.
We should have bullied him.
No, we bullied him before it happened. So if it's about the kidnapping, we still probably bullied him.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you said take back all my mistakes, maybe you took back all of
No,
those
that wasn't a
mistakes
mistake.
of bullying
That was
people.
not a mistake.
I was gonna say, I was so ready to reveal. I don't think Marco's subconscious interprets that as a mistake. If anything, the mistake wasn't bullying him more. So.
Yeah, basically.
Was it a mistake leaving him for the worms?
No, but I think that's just a byproduct of something else.
That's fair.
Probably bullied him way more. Like, Pung, he smells like dung. He's like, no, don't. Being all emo. Yeah,
I do not smell like dung. Oh, good. I can still do the voice. Thank goodness. I was worried. It's been a while.
I wasn't worried.
No, we weren't worried. We were all new. It was there.
It's hopeful.
I'm looking forward to when this voice haunts your waking dreams again, Bree.
I like how you said again, like you already know.
I know it does. I know for like 6 months afterwards, you'd wake up in a cold sweat hearing, Bree, Bree, are you sleeping? Wake up. Are you having a bad dream?
The shadows in the game.
Yeah.
You see a cloaked figure come in from the shadows. Bree.
Bree. I'm going to make a horror game now in Unreal Engine 5 just for that. It's going to be great. The pun rooms.
Hasn't it been like nearly 2 years now of us doing this?
Yeah.
And it's somehow been like 6 months since you've done that voice.
Probably
Maybe.
been longer. I think it's been longer than 6 months since I did that voice. Hung wasn't around for that long. He was only around for like 3 or 4 episodes. He just left an indelible impression upon the psyche.
I feel like he was here for like the whole first half, like the first year.
Out of the bag.
Literally, he was
Like,
around until you guys
God.
got captured and taken to the desert. We
He
still
was
had Haz
mentioned
as a guest.
He was mentioned again when we were at Ba Sing Se,
Yeah, because he was doing stuff.
but that's it. That's legitimately it.
Oh my god.
As you guys head towards
Yes?
the... yes,
Your hands up?
Archie.
Is that a derail?
Nah, it's still very much on topic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on
I'll
topic.
allow it.
Okay. I mean, we're
Thank you, Archie.
explicitly talking about a character in the universe that you've just found out is coming to the city within a short period of time. We're just helping, like, shore up your character's memories so that they match reality. Because for you guys, it's been 2 years. For your characters, it's only been about 3 weeks at this point.
What?
I don't think I've ever met this guy.
Yeah.
No, you.
You've never met him.
Yeah, got no idea.
Oh, the first
Killed
time's
him.
always the best.
The first
Um,
time's when you kill him.
Oh yeah.
And
The
then
rule
don't
about
tell
you not
Al that you
bloodbending
killed him.
people.
Yeah, just
I
don't
reckon.
tell Al you killed
Just
him.
don't tell her. As you guys head towards the large tent that has been erected in the middle of the market district and head on in, the person at the door eagerly greets you, a youngish man, probably from the city of Omashu, you guess, who's been given a job as the doorman to collect tickets. He's got the bright green eyes of an Earth Kingdom citizen, and he eagerly takes your tickets, tears them in half, and then hands you back the 2 halves. As he's in the process of handing you back the 2 halves, you hear a voice from behind him going, No, you need to take 1 half. You, oh my goodness, what are we paying you? Because it is far too much. And as you look, you see a gentleman walking forwards who cuffs him on the back of the head, reaches out, takes back the half tickets, leaves you with 1 half, and gestures you inside. As you enter, you can see that the inside of this tent has been beautifully decorated. In the very center of the room is a massive stage, easily 30 meters wide and 10 meters long. It is enormous. The back wall is covered with this beautiful painting of what looks to be a island, a large mountain rising in the center, trees and grasses and greenery covering the eastern and western banks, and a small house set up right down near the ocean. Was that you raising a hand or a pen, Archie?
He's getting ready to
what's-
take notes about everything he's missed.
Killer has to
fantastic.
take notes for the play.
Okay, fantastic. You can see that tiered seating has actually been created. 2 massive semicircular tiered stands, each with about 12 rows of seats, each one back higher than the one before it, and a series of stairs on either side leading up to the tiered seating. As you enter, a young Fire Nation lady, probably only about 2 years younger than yourselves, you reckon probably like 14 or maybe 15, rushes up, excitedly checks your tickets, smiles, and then gestures for you to follow her as she leads you down towards the front. Quick, come with me. Oh, best seats in the house for you guys. Come have a look. I'm so excited. I've been told that you guys were coming. Can I get your autograph afterwards? Is that okay? Your noise
You
gate
can
did
have-
not pick up
you
your
can have my
actual whisper
autograph.
there, Brandon.
Absolutely. I'll
Oh,
whisper back.
oh my goodness. She like looks over you, Shurva, and like nervously kind of looks down. I actually auditioned for the part of Shurva.
I just like size her up.
She looks like a
up and down.
13, 14-year-old girl, black hair tied back into 2 pigtails, bright red eyes, orange red eyes, same as most Fire Nation citizens, wearing a very traditional but slightly more casual Fire Nation wrapped tunic, belt around the center, red orange sash around the center of her waist, separating the top and the bottom. And as she looks up with you, there is no hint of irony or sarcasm. She is being 100% serious as she looks at you, Shurva.
Is she like the same height as me or a bit shorter?
A little bit shorter. She's a bit younger.
Okay. I reckon you would have done a good job. Maybe you should wear some bigger boots though.
Oh, bigger boots. Thank you.
But you gotta be tall, otherwise the whip drags on the ground.
It is a really long whip.
It
Really
is a super
long.
long whip.
She like as you mention that, she looks and goes, "Oh, is that your whip?
Yeah.
Where's the handle to reel it back in?
I'm sorry, what?
The Oh, never mind. And she rushes off. Back towards the doors.
Did they give me a fucking fishing rod?
As you...
Hang on a second.
Your whip should retract. That's cool.
As you take your
Hey,
seats...
but it'd be better if it wasn't like a little winding thingy. It was more like a button, like with a vacuum
That'd be
cleaner,
cool.
and there's
That'd be
like power
cool.
cord.
that would require electricity and power, which have not been invented yet in the world of Avatar.
I got this.
True, Marco's got this. Not everyone's a lightning bender, sorry, Marco, unfortunately.
Damn.
Or
Like
I guess
when
it's
you
not lightning bender
cable
for
up
you, it's
into the
like
vacuum.
static
Press the
bender.
button.
As you take your seats, you are indeed in particularly nice seats right at the very front of a small tiered section, just a little bit away from the other two larger stands. In fact, from your position in this special box, you've got a beautiful view right of the very front of the stage. Best seats in the house, easily. The rest of the audience filter in quite quickly. Before too long, the place is fully packed, and you can see that they've also got standing areas as well for the rabble. Those who can't afford to buy a special seat in the tiered seating are given access to a shallow depression in front of the stage where they're all able to sit down and watch.
A mosh pit?
A mosh pit for the play.
I'm gonna have that after watching this
That's
show.
cool.
I think. Shallow
Or
depression.
more similar to like Shakespearean times with the Globe Theatre, where you had some tiered seating and then a lot of standing room for the peasants in front. As everyone sits down, takes their seats, a hush goes over the crowd when the lights, all at once, the flames suddenly flicker and die, casting the tent into shadow and darkness. Suddenly, a spotlight turns on in the very center of the stage, starting as a small pinprick and opening wider and larger until the whole stage is illuminated. Smoke begins billowing from between the cracks in the floor, and you watch as the entire stage is soon covered in smoke, the lights from above casting this yellow, then red, then green, then blue colors across it. Suddenly the smoke parts, and striding forwards is a man dressed in Fire Nation regalia, proper Fire Nation military garb. Long grey beard, long grey hair. To your eyes, it looks like a very close approximation to Avatar Roku. Indeed, as the man strides to the front of the stage and strikes a powerful pose, he clears his throat. The world is in balance. I, Avatar Roku, have solved all problems of all nations. The world is at peace at last. And finally, the Fire Nation is ready to embrace their glorious purpose. Striding through the smoke behind him, another figure emerges. A slightly younger looking man with a much sharper looking beard, trimmed to a longer mustache that sticks out at the sides and a goatee that points down at the front. Dressed in beautiful flowing robes, a crown easily the size of his actual head just riding high off his top knot, comically tall, steps forward through the smoke and places an arm around Avatar Roku.
Yes, Avatar Roku. As the Fire Lord, I have many grand designs on how we can help improve this world. The Fire Nation is experiencing an era of peace and prosperity, a true golden age. It would be selfish for us to hold this hostage, hold this back from the rest of the world. We should share it. Share the riches that we have unlocked from the natural world.
You see Roku pause.
Yes, I think you are right, my friend, Fire Lord Sozin.
Bows before him in a deep bow.
Come, why don't you stay at my home tonight? We can discuss these matters together.
And with that, the two begin walking back towards the edge of the stage. From above, you hear the sound of a gear cranking, and then an entire house lowers down from the ceiling and is positioned in the front of the stage, or at least the cardboard cutout of a house. As the two step inside. Yeah, nice. Fantastic. Brilliant. As the two step inside.
Really something.
You watch as two massive dragon heads emerge from the windows, one red, one blue, and a little bit of smoke puffs out their noses. Clearly these are made of paper mache, but they look pretty good. Like someone's gone to a lot of effort painting these two dragon heads, and as the Fire Lord and the Avatar enter into the house, the two dragons stand guard looking out the windows. For those of you who are particularly perceptive, you can see that behind there are two Fire Nation stagehands desperately trying to keep these incredibly heavy props upright and moving as they stand behind, like quite muscular arms, even still like quivering with the strain of keeping these upright. Suddenly, the stage shakes. A peal of thunder sounds throughout the auditorium. The audience gasp as the backdrop suddenly drops away to reveal the volcano in full eruption. Red cloth descends from the ceiling, covering the house. You watch as the dragons, the heads catch fire, and as the mouths open wordlessly, they are consumed by the red fabric. Fire Lord Sozin just manages to get out from underneath the red fabric in time. As he reaches back for Roku, Roku holds out his hand. "No, Sozin, save yourself! Carry on my legacy!" As the red fabric drapes over the top of him, and then you watch him awkwardly pull his hand back underneath it, which hadn't quite been covered. With that, the stage goes dark. Fire Lord Sozin. Yeah, that's exactly how it happened. Fire Lord Sozin.
Gandalf.
Now,
sorry, Fire Lord Sozu.
No, what was that? What was that? No, go.
I said Gandalf. I mean, sorry, Fire Lord Sozu.
Fire Lord Sozin now stands in his throne room, the backdrop having changed again. You can see before him the fire priests bowing in position, as well as a number of other dignitaries and soldiers lining the walls.
It is a sad day for our nation. Our Avatar has been lost to us. But his sacrifice will not be in vain. Roku entrusted me with his dream, and I aim to achieve it. We must host a peace summit. I think the Earth Kingdom should be neutral ground. I shall reach out and offer our glorious nation's protection for this historic event. And together, 4 nations shall discuss how best to achieve Roku's dream, while the new Avatar, a babe, is unfortunately weakened by his connection to the air nomads. Another impotent Avatar.
As he shakes his head. The crowd sort of like give a little bit of a clap and a cheer, but the actors on stage who are pretending to be the crowd immediately begin cheering, like making up for the confusion of the Earth Nation audience. With that, you watch as the scene shifts again, the backdrop scrolling around this time to show a beautiful mountainous estate. And striding onto the stage are 5 figures. Now, so that this is not just a monologue, I am going to give each of you characters that you will be playing in this. Not your characters, you as people are going to be playing as each other's characters. So here's how it's going to work. Mako, you're going to be playing as Oki. Rung, you're going to be playing as Shurva. Aquila, you're going to be playing as Mako. And Al, you're going to be playing as Rung. Got that?
No.
Fuck.
So, is everyone good?
No, wait. I missed. I zoned out. Who am I?
So, Dave, you're going to be playing as Rung,
Okay,
quotation
yeah.
marks. You're going to be playing as the stage version of Rung.
Yeah.
Everyone else good?
Mako.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm a rich boy.
That's my Shurva voice. I can't go through
Oh
much
my
lore.
god. Now, for those of you who are watching, I have not prepared these guys at all for this. I always intended this, but I wanted to save it as a surprise. Your brief. You're still muted, Andrew. Your brief for this. Yes, I can see your hand up, Shurva. Shurva? Bree.
Who am I?
I believe you're...
I don't have a character.
Yeah. Aren't you playing as...
You didn't say
Al?
one. That's why I was confused. Oh, there you go. You didn't
I'm
say
Al.
Yeah, you're playing as Al. Did I not say that one? I'm so sorry.
You
Sorry.
missed me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just an observer.
No,
that's
sorry.
fine.
You're playing as Sal.
Sorry, okay, Saul.
So,
question.
I went back
Yes.
and looked. That was literally
Do you
one
like-
episode.
I can't like. She was very.
okay,
independent, right?
no. Here's your brief. I'm going to give you a quick brief.
Oh,
You
okay.
are not playing these characters as you know them. You are going to be playing them as the absolute stereotypical, ridiculous versions of each other as you
Oki did a lot
possibly
of
can.
healing.
Yep.
Here's how it works.
When
You
my
will be-
father hears about this.
Yeah. Yes. The more accurate, sorry, the more ridiculous you are, and the more you embrace the parody of the characters that you are, there will be rewards for you in the form of stage inspiration. I'm not going to tell you what those buy, but I'm going to tell you right now that they're the stage inspirations. So these will be for the whole purpose of the play, because this is going to be I'm going to do this for more than one episode. I want to really embrace this and have some fun. There will be rewards for the number of stage inspirations that you gather, and it is worth it. I'll tell you right now. I'm talking possible upgrades to your characters. I'm talking possible new moves. I'm talking possible stat increases. So it is worth your time to fuck over your fellow teammates by playing them as the most ridiculous versions possible. Now, your character names: Sal. What was the one for Rung? Sorry, let me find the one for Rung.
Boulder.
No, it's like rock.
Rock.
It was Rock. Thank you. I just found it was Rock.
Yeah.
Mako and Shurva are both called correctly, and Oki is correct because it's 3 letters and it's hard to get wrong. I say that, but so is
And we're
Al. We still
Fire
managed to get
Nations, so
Sal.
they would know
Yeah.
our names.
Exactly. As the 5 of your characters stride onto the stage, Oki is dressed in these long flowing blue robes with a engagement necklace around her neck because they think all Water Tribe people wear those. The hair is done up in double ringlets, 2 at the side, 2 at the back. The hair loopies. No, there's no Bolto, but there is behind, running alongside the Oki character, is a person dressed in a black morph suit with a sock puppet who occasionally makes the sock puppet move on their shoulder and talk, otherwise trying to stay out of the way. Rock has no hair, is completely bald, has a massive chin, is 6.5 feet tall, the biggest biceps you've ever seen, and is dressed in nothing but a pair of slacks. Rock is also currently eating a rock as he strides onto the stage. Mako and Shurva actually look pretty accurate, just slight exaggerations of their normal characters. Sal, the arrow is pointing off to the side a little bit. It's not been painted on straight, unfortunately. The glider is also a kite, essentially. It's just a literal kite that Sal is flying behind them at all times. And the robes are bright, we're talking high-vis orange. So,
I love it.
we begin the scene. As your characters stride onto the stage, behind them you see the adult versions, who stride on and go, "We must have our very important meeting. You children, run along and play. Come join us for dinner later." As the Fire Lord steps, as Ambassador Bao steps forward and puts a hand on your shoulder, Mako, he goes, "My son, wait just a moment." And as you kneel down, the others go off and start chatting amongst themselves. The person playing... Yes. Thank you. "My son, I am trepidatious about the possibilities of where this peace summit might go. Our enemies, my son, are everywhere. I must warn you to guard yourself, to be vigilant, to make sure you stray no further than 3 meters from Shurva at all times."
Absolutely, Father. I will stay as close to Shurva as possible.
Yes, and may her long whip keep you safe.
And with you, Father.
Now, show the Fire Nation the merits of their favorite son. Off, go, and start the alliances that will shape the very future of our nation by playing with these people.
Father. I love and respect you so much.
Fantastic. Great. Ambassador Bao nods and then rushes off. For those audience members who are a little bit more keen-eyed, you can see hiding in the shadows a group of sinister figures dressed in Earth Nation clothing, peering around boulders and ducking behind again. In fact, one gets right up to Rung and swaps out his rock that he's half eaten for one that looks very, very porous, almost like a limestone. Very crumbly.
Oh boy, they said meet at dinner later? I hope we're having rocks. And he takes a bite from the thing that you've put in my hands.
Oh, this is sad.
Wow.
Oh my, I knew this was going to be a good idea. I knew this was going to be good. I didn't know how good it was going to be though. Thank you for embracing this. That's 100% one inspiration point to both Dave and to Archie. We're off to a cracker of a start. As the five of you begin gathering around, a table is quickly pushed out and some seats arranged around it. You can see that there's some food that's being placed out, and you watch as the chairs are quickly run out by stagehands. The backdrop changes once again, this time to an interior location. In the window that's being painted in the backdrop, you can see the main group, a painting of the main group off doing their very important delegation tasks, while the inside of this area is much more homely and much more casual. What would you guys like to do? Would your characters take a seat, have a meander around? I actually now hand this over to you guys as you take over the caricatures of your characters.
I stand as close to Shurva as possible.
Fantastic.
Like hip to hip, basically.
Nice. Brilliant.
This room is nothing like the caves that we live in at home.
Fantastic. I will also add, Rock has a large badge pinned to his chest that just has a thumbs up on it and says, "I like coal." And that's all it says on the badge.
Sounds about right.
Ask me about coal.
Guys, can you keep it down? I'm trying to meditate.
Do you like climb onto the table and meditate, or do you just sit down right at the very front and?
Oh, I just literally as I'm saying that, I'm walking through the group of them, just pushing them out to the sides, and then I sit down amongst all of them and just cross my legs and close my eyes.
Amazing. As Sal begins
Mercury
meditating.
is in retrograde, and you are all giving me a headache.
It's definitely a point for you, Shurva. 100% Bree. Take a point. Take a point for playing Sal. Do you know what I will do for next session is I will update the overlay so that it has the joke characters that you're playing, because I think it will be good to have. Yeah, I think that'll be fun to have the overlay updated.
Playing Rock. I'm playing Sal.
I retract I pull out some of my whip from its extendy cord thing like that. I tie it around Marco's wrist. I'm like, "Oh, Marco, there you are. So glad you're here. Quick, now we can never be apart."
Oh, good, because my father said we can't be apart.
Exactly. He gave me the responsibility of the Fire Nation to protect you. I'll always be here for you, Marco. Never forget that. And I
thank you, Shurva. Without you, I would be lost and alone.
So, Brandon,
always here to protect you.
At your hip, at the hip of Shurva, is those hoses that you have that sit outside that have the retractable hose length. It's literally one of those just mounted to your waist, and as you begin feeding it out, genuinely, this thing could be endless, and you would have no idea.
This is a really long whip, Shurva.
Does it retract if I press a button or something like that?
No, you have to crank it with a hand crank.
It's yes, it's got so much here. Look, we can go maybe 6 feet apart if we're lucky. No.
My father said no more than 3 feet.
Not to worry, Marco. Look, and I start cranking him in towards me. You will always be by my side.
Brilliant. As you guys are talking, a figure begins striding onto the stage from the left-hand side, dressed in very extravagant nobleman's clothes of the Earth Kingdom, with long hair, greased back, fully greased back, and like tied off into a little ponytail, strides what can only be described as a caricature of Pung. Clearly, it is a woman playing this role. As she strides onto the stage, she like strikes a pose and goes, "I've arrived," and looks out towards the audience. There's a bit of a laugh and a little bit of a cheer. And then as Pung begins to step over, they do this sort of like pratfall and fall right onto their face. As they drop down and then slowly get back up and then go, "Why has no one prepared me a chair?"
Clearly,
will grab a chair out
right,
for
Mako.
him.
What was that, Andrew?
Oki will grab a chair out for him.
As you get a chair ready, the Pung looks down and goes, "I don't want that chair. That's not at the head. I'm a very important dignitary, I'll have you know. Do you know that I'm related to the Earth Queen?"
The Earth Queen has nothing on like Mother Earth, so can you just shh?
Is that a real queen, Mako?
"I want that seat." And Rung points to Mako's chair.
I don't know, but my father works with the king of the Earthbenders.
That
Firebenders.
100% that's what happens on stage though.
For a moment, the character forgets their lines.
I'd nudge him.
Sal just like opens one eye, like looks, and then just close eyes again.
Pung walks up and pulls out a very large novelty gun. A very large novelty glove from their waist. Rat-tat-tat, motherfucker. Pulls a very large novelty glove out of their pocket and looks down at you, Mako. "If you don't surrender this chair, I'm going to charge you to jail."
My father said I have to stay near Shurva, so if Shurva leaves, you can have the chair.
And I'm not leaving him. Ever. I'll be actually back. I'm just going to reload my camera now.
Mako, the next thing you feel is a glove slapping across your face.
Just you wait till my father hears about this.
He's got one joke and he's really going to milk it.
It's a good joke. It's a good joke.
As the glove connects, Pung loses control of it and the glove flies out into the audience. "No. Oh, that was my favorite glove. That was the present from the Earth Queen. How dare you insult my honor? I'm going to slap you now." And then Pung begins like holding out their hands and doing like the fake slap that kids do.
Mako joins in, also doing that.
Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. As a fake sort of like slap fight breaks out, what are the rest of you doing?
Rock is just picking up boulders, rocks in the background and chewing on them.
Amazing.
Yeah. And,
fantastic.
Are there any cabbages on the table?
Yeah, there's one huge cabbage right in the very middle of the table.
"Oh, I haven't tried this green rock before." He starts eating it.
The sound of crunching cabbage.
Do it, you big buffoon.
What was that?
No, don't do it, you big buffoon.
Is that Shurva?
Earth Nation. Yeah.
Amazing. Suddenly, you hear the sound of breaking glass, and from the ceiling drop Earth Nation bandits, riding down wires and then quickly unclipping them as they get to the bottom. You see these rough Earth Nation bandits suddenly appearing, a few of them clearly dressed up as sandbenders. One of them steps forward, a large scar down his right eye. "Aha! We have captured you, foolish children. Come with us now and we can hold you hostage. Get whatever our greedy hearts desire. Right now, come on, chop chop."
Ambassadors.
Don't worry about
Ambassadors,
this, guys.
Assemble.
I got this. And he throws the half-eaten cabbage at the sandbender.
Oh my god, violence never solves anything. We should just talk about it and then we can meditate together.
As you throw one of the cabbage, as you throw the cabbage at the sandbender, the sandbender gets out
green
some sand.
rock.
Green rock.
Green rock.
Green
It's a
rock.
cabbage. It's a cabbage. As you throw the cabbage at the sandbender quickly like steps to the side, gets some sand in his pocket, and throws it in your eyes, Rung. Like jokingly, not actually. But like
Oh! And I fall on my back and just squirm around.
amazing. That's a point. That's 100% a point.
You know my weak spot.
Pocket sand. I cannot deal with
Small
pocket sand.
bits of rock.
The Earth Nation bandits produce these fake shackles and begin binding your hands, starting with Rock and Sal, and then moving on to the rest of you if none of you like do anything else.
Oh my god, Rock, can't you do something?
I can't. I have sand in my eyes.
That'll do it.
Mako, flaming whip maneuver, go! And like I reel out more of like my whip out of its thing to make like a lasso.
Is this still attached to Mako?
It's still attached to Mako.
him. But like I'm pulling out a bunch so I can just have like a loop.
Wait, so I'm on fire. I've lit my hand on fire. Like,
Yeah, so you're being played by a firebender, so you can.
yeah, okay. I was like, did someone just come out with like a lighter? And
Actually, no. I'm gonna take it back. You're not. None of you are benders. You pull out some red material from your pocket and like throw it, and that's the fire.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so while you do that, I just keep throwing like red string out of my pockets and just like spin around.
And I'm throwing my lasso over them and running their shoulder, like just probably hit their shoulders. I don't know if it goes on them.
Yeah. It goes around the leader of the Earth Nation bandits. The Earth Nation bandit goes, "Oh, my weakness!" and drops to the ground. Right as it looks like Mako and Shurva have saved the day, Pung suddenly rises up behind them with a plate in each hand, which he then breaks over their heads from behind, causing both of you to drop to the ground unconscious. Pung goes,
Ah!
"That's perfect."
Mako, no!
I'll trade you these. I'll trade you
Save me.
these. I'll trade you these people for my freedom. All right. If you just like take them and then like I'll give you anything you want. I'm pretty much like I'm pretty tight with the Earth Queen. We're like this, and he like holds his fingers together. We're really tight. Like if you let me go, I'll pretend that I managed to like fend you guys off. I don't actually want to fight you. I'm pretty weak. Is that fair? Can we do that? The bandit sort of leader throws off the rope and goes, "Well, we did have a lot of trouble with the flaming whip. You have a deal, young sir." And he holds out a hand and shakes the hand of Pung. Pung's like, "Oh, that's a bit tight. My wrists are kind of weak and a bit
Oh,
clicky."
Pung! You betrayed us.
With that, all of your characters are dragged and thrown into a large
Not
fake
me.
cage.
I'm so defenseless and helpless. Please, no.
The cage is then pushed into the middle. Nice. The cage is then pushed into the middle of the. I love the idea that Oki isn't even shackled. Oki just gets into the cage voluntarily. Yeah.
Rock yells out, "No, how could you do this to us, future delegate of Ba Sing Se, who's coming down to Omashu next couple of days,
Amazing.
named Pung."
Fantastic. There's a from inside the group as the audience gasp as they hear this, and someone goes, "What a shithead!" calling out from the audience.
That was actual Mako.
That's actually Mako. Brilliant. The cage is dragged to the center of the stage, and then you watch as the background begins to rotate around, showing a moving landscape. A rocky area suddenly giving way to the open desert. As it gets closer to the desert, the bandits suddenly pause, the landscape coming to a halt. They look around and go, I think I heard something. Suddenly you watch as a, what can only be described as a paper mache hand, painted to look like a rock, is thrown from backstage, which then grabs his face. He then quickly reaches up and grabs the paper mache rock hand, holds it in place and stumbles around before falling to the ground. 3 more paper mache rock hands suddenly fly out from either side of the stage. One of them goes wide, bounces off the top of the cage, and then drops to the ground. The Earth Nation bandit who was supposed to be hit by it sheepishly walks over, grabs it, and then goes, "Ah!" and holds it to his face and then drops down. As the Earth Nation bandit suddenly rolls to a stop and then lie still, 3 robed figures with long, curved, conical helmets step out. The long hats that bend down, almost like an upside-down curved shield, step out from behind. As they walk towards the cage, one of them steps back and then punches the cage, which causes the cage wall to suddenly be pulled up on wires up into the ceiling. The figure bows to all of you in the cage. My friends,
Oh, please don't hurt me.
I have not come to hurt you. The Daily are here to assist. We hear that you were in danger, and we have come to free you. It is not safe to head back to the Beifong estate just yet. You must make your way through the desert to the Fire Nation encampment, where you will be safe.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
always a safe place.
Thank
The Fire Nation. The safest in all the kingdoms.
Oh,
Perfect.
back to my home. Thank you.
Brilliant.
What about the estate? Is the estate okay?
Your father is dead, but otherwise fine.
What?
Actually, would they say that?
Oki?
Because that was Oki who asked that question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that.
The estate came under attack from bandits, but all is well.
And my
Oh,
father.
thank God.
Your father is fine, young Mako.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, your papa.
Thank the Avatar.
Indeed, praise be to Fire Lord Sozin.
As they talk over the top of your talk of the Avatar. With that, your characters begin a trek across the desert, marked by moving sand dunes, yellow fabric being run past in little sand dunes that rise and fall as people underneath push it up and pull it down, making it look like sand dunes, before the backdrop changes once again. Yes, Dave, hand raised.
Rock's walking without a neck, so he's just like shoulders, just walking across. Along with
Brilliant.
the sand dunes.
Fantastic. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just carves a path through the sand, doesn't walk on it.
Rock occasionally walks into cactuses and has to be like redirected by the other party members. There's like the fake cactuses and Rock just walks straight into them and goes, "Oh, spiky. Oh, spiky." Until someone comes and redirects him. As your characters arrive at the Misty Palms Oasis, you can see that there are a number of Earth Nation soldiers there who immediately chase you out of the oasis. You as you arrive, the Earth Nations look back and go, "Ah, capture them!" And your characters go, "No, not us!" Quickly run away in the opposite direction. The soldiers quickly fall back into the distance. Before too long, a large rock rises up from the stage in the very center. And you see, arranged around it, a miniature Fire Nation encampment. Standing at the very front of the stage, as if to create some form of perspective, you see a young woman, probably in her late teens, early 20s, standing there writing down notes on a scroll of papyrus. As your characters approach, she nods and goes,
Oh, yes, you were expected. Please, enter. Come. We were told that you would be
boy.
coming.
I can't wait to blow this place up.
Thank you
I'm
for
sorry,
your
what?
hospitality. Nope.
Oh, sorry.
Blow this place up. Silly earthbenders will never blow up a place like this.
Brilliant.
Well, there's some amazing research that's going on here, looking into the spirits. I think you'd be very interested. Have a look around.
Oh, spirits! They sound great. I want to chase them my whole life.
Okay,
Fantastic.
your papa said about spirit chasing.
What did your papa say about spirit chasing?
I don't know.
Great.
I was hoping he would.
Lions.
Oh, thanks, Shurva, for
Lions.
throwing me under the bus.
As you call off lines off stage, someone whispers, "Don't mess with spirits."
But as my father always said, don't mess with spirits.
As your characters begin sort of walking around exploring the rock, a Fire Nation lady comes up to Arl. Hi there, what's your name?
Wait, to Sal or to Rock?
To Sal.
Yep.
I'm Sal, but I prefer to go by Al.
That makes sense. Do you want to walk up this really big staircase with me so we can get a good view of the land below?
Are you sure you can walk all up there by yourself? I think you need me to hold your hand.
If you insist, you are a monk of the Air Nation after all.
Yeah.
Shurva? Oh, so I should say Bree? Bree?
I was like trying to think of like a really dirty pun. Yeah, take my hand. Let's totally like, I can take you on a journey.
Yeah, take me on a journey, Sal. Show me the world.
It's a whole new world.
Fantastic. As you
compared to what
begin
you've
walking
seen
up the steps,
before.
yeah, as you begin walking up the fake steps, your characters just like stand and move in place, just standing up and down as if walking up steps. Yeah.
Wow, your hand is like really sweaty.
I'm a little bit afraid of heights.
You shouldn't be afraid of heights. That's like not hot.
Oh, I'll try and be better for you in future then.
You really should.
Holy shit. This has taken an incredibly dark turn.
What do you mean turn? We all know how this ends.
Well, that's my question, is how do you...
Go, boss.
What happens next? What happens next?
I'm trying to remember how much we actually told the Ember Island.
Genocide, war crimes.
I'm going to tell you right now. Assume the Ember Island players
know everything.
know approximately everything.
Okay, good. Look, I'm really sorry about what I just said just now. Like, that's so not me.
That's okay. I
But
forgive
you know that that's not me.
I know that's not you. You're right.
You trust me, right?
I mean, I wasn't sure if I should, but it sounds like I should.
You definitely should trust me. I'm super trustworthy. I would never do anything to hurt you.
Well, if it's coming from an air nomad, I guess it must be true.
Hey, stand in front of me for a sec.
Yeah,
You
of
can
course.
trust me.
As you said, I can trust you.
Oh my god, your hand is just so slippery. Push.
Holy shit.
That's exactly how it happened.
That was like that was the subplot, just saying normal. Originally that was a subplot.
Yeah.
Aquila looks at everyone in shock.
Al feels immediately guilty because he can't remember her name.
My name was, and then her head connects with the floor, and you hear this, ah! And then she begins tumbling. The actor just slowly rolls backwards until the actor, so whoever's playing Mako, quickly runs up and stabilizes her and catches her. I should say, Archie, the character playing Mako catches her and goes, "It's okay. The Fire Nation's here to protect you. I'll keep that filthy air nomad in line."
You can keep me in line anytime.
Jesus.
I'm going from being like a spiritualistic person to just the horny bard of the group.
Suddenly the stage begins shaking. Oh no, so you go.
By the way, I'm a
be
vegan.
honest. Well, okay. This part of the campaign was Al's like whore phase.
Oh yeah,
right?
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
like just making sure I'm getting that right.
This was a highlight. This is the most interesting thing Al ever did.
Oki will run up to the
Honestly.
girl and like start healing her, and be like, "This is the only thing I'm good at and know how to do."
It's a point for you, Andrew.
Maybe Ali shouldn't watch this episode.
I'm gonna give an inside scoop
The puppet on the shoulder goes, "It's okay. You make up for it by being a swell healer." The puppet of Bolto.
Thanks, Bolter. You're the best.
And like little high five of the sock puppet. The ground begins shaking, the stage begins shaking, and you watch as a whole bunch of explosive barrels I should say, like tiny on the little model that's built around the rock to make it look like a scale model, suddenly pop with the faintest bit of pyrotechnics, and then from above a second later you hear the boom as the person doing sound effects was a second too late with the sound effects. You hear from off stage, "Oh no! The Earth Nation bandits have detonated some sort of explosive! Save us!" And you watch,
the Earth Nation.
as emerging from the center of the rock, a person entirely painted blue with flippers stands from inside the paper mache, bursting forward like it's a cake, and like flaps their flippers and goes, "Ooh," flapping in place.
Is that a bird?
Guys, I think we should get out of here.
Wait, where's Mako?
And I start reeling the thing and try and drag him across the stage.
Oh, I can't believe I let you out of my sight. You're Papa.
As Mako gets dragged past the spirit leans down, and it almost looks like it whispers something in Marco's ear. Marco's eyes go wide in alarm. The spirit just told me some terrible news. The Earth Nation have disrupted the balance of the world. We need to fix it. There's a collective gasp as all of your characters go, "Not the balance of the world!" The whale then slowly like pulls back in and then like tries to pull the paper mache back on top to go away and goes, "Ooh," as it drops into the rock once again.
Oh my god,
Rock,
there's
you've
rock
got
for
some
brain.
explaining to do.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Andrew's enjoying this episode. What would your characters, quote unquote, like to do?
I'll be honest. I don't. When do I make wish?
So as far as you guys know,
We never
It
said we
doesn't-
made a wish to the Ember.
and Mako, when he met up with the Ember Island players, kind of tried to pitch it as if it was all the Earth Nation's fault, and that was kind of the vibe that the Ember Island players were going for. So they were more than happy to agree. And because the Dai Li at this point were kind of working with General Zhao, it kind
Sort
of
of fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So no wish.
No.
So this is the part where you would have made
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
the wish that,
with
yeah.
the whale.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing was,
So-
we ran away, then I jumped off and ran back to make a wish.
Mm. So pretty much at this point,
Yeah,
everything had flipped, and Shurva was not actually with us anymore.
Yep.
But I'm assuming in the play, like, she's just kind of still.
It's just easier to have
there.
Shurva there the whole time.
Yeah. So then we went to Ba Sing Se.
Well, there's a quick stage change as your
sorry.
characters. Yeah.
Before that, before the lights go out for the stage change, Rock is like, "Oh my goodness! I can't believe that my people, the Earth Nation, would be responsible for such a devastating act."
I can.
Fantastic.
Any Fire Nation person could have told you that, Brock.
Amazing. That's definitely. So at the moment, Dave, you are feeding the narrative that the Ember Island players want to be fed. That is another point for you. As the scene changes, your characters quickly head off stage, and it changes to the walls of Ba Sing Se. You can see now a new character, one you've not seen before. A figure, probably in his late 30s, early 40s, slightly greying hair, set up in a large tent outside the walls of Ba Sing Se, pushes open the canvas flaps, dressed in this very elegant armor.
Well, it seems the Earth Kingdom are responsible for an attack upon our joyous and rightful peace summit. But fear not, my soldiers. I, General Zhao, will not allow such a heinous act to go unpunished. Thankfully, though the corruption of the Earth Queen and her morally bankrupt ministers is absolute, there are those within still willing to assist us. I have it under good authority that a group known as the Dai Li are more than happy to assist us in our cause. In fact, I have met with their leader just this moment and have organized a trade of information and soldiers. I need 12 of you loyal Fire Nation soldiers to head into the city of Ba Sing Se to work with the Dai Li. And in return, 8 of the Dai Li shall join our ranks for the time being. It's at this point Ambassador Bao comes out of the tent and goes, "Oh, my son, I can't believe he was taken by those dastardly Earth Nation people. Perhaps we should host some sort of breakfast to talk about the return of my son." Ambassador Bao, forgive me, but time for talk is over. Time for action is nigh. This is an unconscionable act. Would you really have us stuck in committee meetings and conversations when we could act now to prevent more bloodshed? Oh, but I love the little sandwiches that they do at those little committee meetings, and if we just asked the Earth Queen very nicely, I'm sure she'd give us anything we wanted. After all, the Earth Queen helps her citizens. Ambassador Bao, perhaps it is time for you to consider your relevancy in these matters. My specific training and knowledge will prove to be far more useful here. Would you like to maybe travel with some of these Dai Li soldiers back to the Fire Nation? There you can continue your duties in a much more controlled environment. No, I must wait for my son. I will sit in the tent and start drafting a peace letter at once. And Ambassador Bao walks through into the tent. And a soldier steps up towards General Zhao. General Zhao, forgive me, but is this really the best course of action? Surely we should listen to the words of this ambassador. Perhaps he has a suggestion worthy. Please, soldier. Ambassador Bao is a man for peace, but this is a time for war. If the corrupt institutions within the Earth Kingdom cannot be dealt with by the people and by the royal family, then it is our duty to deal with it for them. Of course, General, you are of course correct. How could I not have seen Ambassador Bao's foolish decisions? It's that kind of limp-wristed meandering that got us into trouble in the first place, that led the Earth Kingdom into ruin. Well spoken, soldier, well spoken indeed. There's a pause as he suddenly focuses, and then pulls out of his pack a large stone tablet. I sense a disturbance in the Force. Perhaps something has happened, something unexpected. We shall wait and see what the scouts report back. Dismissed, soldier. I shall continue our efforts to gain entry into Ba Sing Se. And with that, the scene shifts once again. This time to all of your characters. No longer in the desert, but traveling towards the walls of Ba Sing Se. I'd say Sal skipping along, maybe occasionally picking a flower or two, and then going...
With my kite, running around in circles a little bit.
Yep. With your kite running around in circles a little bit. Fantastic. As you approach the walls of Ba Sing Se, you see a number of Earth Nation soldiers go, "Halt, citizens! What brings you to this fair Fire Nation encampment?"
It's okay, I'm allowed here. My father works with the Fire Lord.
And just who is your father, young man? I just said the name about 4 times, not even a minute ago.
I only know him as Daddy.
Validation!
I only know him as Daddy.
This is Mako Bao, and his father is General Bao.
Daddy Bao.
Daddy
Did you say
Bao.
General Bao?
Ambassador Bao.
Yeah, I did say General Bao.
Validation, though. Jesus Christ.
As proud members of the Fire Kingdom, we are here.
We are here. Pause.
Here.
Line.
Here.
Thank you. Emerging from a tent, Ambassador Bao runs up and pulls Mako into a hug. My boy, I thought you were lost.
Father!
I shall write you a lovely letter to welcome you back into my arms.
But I'm right here.
No, I can only express myself through a carefully worded 3-page document in triplicate.
That doesn't seem good.
That seems like a lot of effort, which is really like the thought that counts.
Maybe too much effort.
I have to introduce you to a wonderfully important, excellent person who has a very important task for all of you. Please,
I like
come
the
with
sound
me.
of important.
I need to
7
introduce
times.
you to our future leader, General Zhao.
Rock bows.
Oh, no, I'm not General Zhao. You dumb rock. General Zhao's in the tent.
Rock bows at the tent.
Zhao sounds like the sound that a rat gull makes.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't know what makes a rat gull.
That's gonna haunt my dreams. General Zhao strides out from the tent. I see these brave youths have managed to free themselves from the clutches of the wicked Earth Kingdom.
Mako goes and kisses his hand over and over again.
Yes.
Every finger.
Oh god.
Oh god. No.
Just remember, Archie, that the Ember Island players want Mako to be positioned as more of a hero and less as a moron.
Yes, but this is General Zhao.
Okay, just keep in mind, this is not in line with what they want. You do not receive an audience inspiration, a stage inspiration for this act.
That's fine with me.
I'm here to earn inspiration points and fuck up Marco's life. I'm all out of inspiration points. No need, my boy. I am just a humble general of the Fire Nation with many military victories under my belt. The most successful general we've ever produced. No need to treat me any different to any other world-renowned general.
Mako sighs and walks away. He talked too much.
How far away?
Only 3 foot away from Shurva.
Okay, so right there. Now, I hear you had an interesting run-in at the Siwong Oasis.
Yes, we defeated the Earth Nation bandits on behalf of the Fire Nation. Just another day for the Fire Nation elite.
Outstanding.
It was a big rock.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a big rock, you dumb filth.
I helped heal everyone, make sure everyone was okay.
As is your duty and place in society.
Well, not everyone.
I
Oki.
don't think we were there for very long. I don't think anything notable really happened at all.
That's all. Nice. Well, did you learn anything of import? I sensed something changed, something new in the world, and I was wondering if you might have been there when it happened.
Mako had important news about the Earth Nation.
Tell me this important news, Mako.
Well,
Actually prove yourself more worthy than your weak father.
Well, Father, General Zhao.
Please call him new father.
New Daddy. The Earth Nation have thrown the Earth off balance.
No, not
They
out of
did.
balance. There is no avatar. Perhaps you should meditate on it.
They must have eaten too many rocks.
Well, if the world is out of balance, we will need someone to right it. I will do what I can from my position here, but a good leader knows how to delegate. And if you
I
were
can't write, so I can't help.
That's so. I am sure your companions could write for you, Rock. You could
Rung's
simply
just, like,
be
watching
there
from the
to
crowd,
look
just like-
intimidating. That's not what I'm like. I look nothing like that. I can ride on rocks.
I ride on rocks
I don't
and
eat
throw the
rocks.
people.
Wait, do I know how to
I'll
ride?
just throw them. Who wrote this?
I am looking for 5 brave warriors to work at helping to right these wrongs. I will, of course, be busy behind the scenes. Yes, Mako.
Oh, New Daddy, there's 5 of us.
Yes, there are, Mako, indeed.
Good
I
thing you didn't
entrust
tell
you.
Mako. I had no idea.
But I entrust you with this most important task. You must seek the spirits and appease them. I will do what I can to help maintain the balance here in Ba Sing Se and root out the source of this corruption. A vicious, capricious, monstrous being with only 3 working brain cells known to his peers as Pung.
What does capricious mean?
I think it would take far too long to explain to the likes of you, Coalhead.
Okay, understood.
I doubt that is the case. Well, do you accept this most noble of missions?
Of course we do.
In the name of the
right?
Fire Nation, I charge you with this most important task. Off you pop to solve this conundrum for the Fire
You turned
Nation.
English?
What was that?
You turned English. Off you pop.
That's what the actor does. That's how the actor portrays this character.
Okay,
It's method acting. Shut up.
yeah, okay.
Guys,
Brilliant. Yeah.
guys, let's head to the Northern Water Tribe first.
Oh, I sure hope nothing bad happens on the way or while we're there.
What could
That
possibly
place
go
is-
wrong? We were personally
That's
picked by
so
General
good.
Zhao.
I can't believe I got picked. I didn't even graduate from primary school.
Rung, I'm sorry for the reputation nosedive you're about to receive following this play. And when I say I'm sorry, actually Dave needs to be sorry for this. This is brutal.
It's like Dave's getting shit on, but it's actually me being shit on. It's like I'm just catching this.
Catching strays
Oh my
over there,
God,
my guy.
Like, take that, Dave. Wait.
Quick, let me send a message to my mother. Pins down, picks up a rock and writes, I miss you, mummy. And then throws it at the
I am
audience.
sad.
How is Auntie Gladys?
The rock just like flies out through the top of the tent, ripping the canvas. Oops, I threw it too far. It's gone
This
into
is why I was
orbit
bullied in primary school again.
at the age of 20.
And I was young compared to the others.
I was top of my class. As your characters begin walking along, the background changes, showing an enormous eel rising from the depths of the water. Your characters quick turn and go, oh no! And then flick little coloured streamers at it. The eel
It's
just
a
gets pulled.
worm.
Yeah, the background just keeps scrolling past as the eel's thrown away. Then
He
you
doesn't throw
see,
anything at the eel. She just like throws them over the people to heal them.
nice, just like
She doesn't
gently
ha- she
caresses
doesn't-
them with
Yeah,
the
she doesn't
felt.
have offensively waterbend.
So
Knitting.
true. Oh my goodness. Your characters
We're
then
so
come to
sorry.
the edge of the beach and you see 3 canoes.
No, we're not.
Standing at one of the canoes is a... Yes, Archie, you got your hand up.
Sorry, I just want to say sorry to Ali if she watches this.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think
deserve
you
it.
should,
recommend
I think
Ali.
you should save that apology for what's to come.
Do I get to play Aquila?
I just want to put this out there now.
He's gonna
Just so
play
it's there.
Aquila.
Do I get to play
Get ahead
Aquila
of
once Oki leaves?
Marco, you don't need to wait. As Andrew, at the boats waiting for you is a figure with literally a wig that is a mop that's being painted black, hanging down over their eyes, that whenever the character has to look, he has to part to see through his like bowl cut. He has 18 puppets strapped to various parts of his body, and has actually... yes, Marco, Andrew,
Are
your
they
hand up.
better puppets than what Aquila actually?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, significantly.
In the crowd, Shurva like nudges Aquila and says, "Why can't you make them like those?"
Mine look basically the same.
They're pretty far away, I guess.
I don't know.
Um,
Did you see that sock puppet before?
That
Andrew.
was embarrassing.
Andrew, you can now take over the character of Aquila, who
Oh,
the Ember Island players have got his entry point a little bit wrong, and he is the one there waiting with the boats. I will do a little bit of Aquila first, and I'll let you take over. Aquila
Okay,
goes, "Oh no, I need to get back to the Northern Water Tribe, but my puppets can't sail a boat by themselves, because puppets can't do anything by themselves, just like me. If only there were people who needed to go to the Northern Water Tribe, then I could be helped. Oh, hello, you're people. Can I make puppets of you? And then, Andrew, you're good to take over now.
Cool.
Here's a rock. It's a puppet of me.
I am going to have a pet rock and name it Rock. Is that your name?
Is a rock?
Yes. So that should be Rock Jr.
Nice.
Okay.
Please don't. There's no way a Water Tribe member could ever get the magnificence of Fire Nation complexions.
Actually, tell you what, I'll take over Oki for this point. Andrew, yeah, you take over. Take over Aquila. Oki goes,
but
I know you. You're the sage. I think I'm supposed to be Sage. Oh, wait, that was my sister. Why are you here, Sage?
I am lost.
Andrew?
I'm lost on a puppet on a journey to make lots of puppets to become the great sage.
I didn't know puppets were involved. That must be some new thing. Well, we're heading to the Northern Water Tribe. Do you want to come?
I'm going to the Northern Water Tribe too.
That's so cool. How's my sister?
She's unwell at the moment.
Oh no, what happened?
She got attacked by a
Is she
puppet.
By a puppet? But if a puppet attacked her, and puppets can only be controlled by other people,
We don't know
who attacked her?
We don't know.
That checks out. As your characters climb into the canoe, a whole bunch of stagehands run past holding blue strips of fabric, like a massive blue sheet, and begin waving it up and down for it to be the ocean. Yeah.
I'm going to start making puppets of all of you. And then, I do that, and they all look... Obviously, they look better than Aquila's, but they're still very wrong. You just
What is this attack?
To be fair, that is the point of this entire thing. As the boat moves over the ocean, you see an island come up. Oki looks and goes, "Ah, look at that island. It looks like there's lots of waterbenders there, but it's nice and warm. Let's not go." And so the boat turns left and begins heading directly to the Northern Water Tribe.
What was the other one?
There was an island you guys pulled up at to stay overnight.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
They all had Jamaican accents.
The Jamaican people here.
We had rams.
And we had alcohol, and that's where we met all the nomads.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. I remember this.
Amazing. As the canoe pulls into the harbor, the background changes to a painting of the Northern Water Tribe. You can see that there is a person dressed in a fox costume, hiding in the rafters occasionally, climbing down, looking, waving to the audience, then climbing back up again, out of view. They have 3 tails for some reason. As you guys arrive at the Northern Water Tribe, you watch as a delegation of, I'm going to say dignitaries, come out to meet you and bow very lowly.
Welcome to the Northern Water Tribe. What are you here to do?
Fire Nation
Good
and
to
the
be back.
ambassadors are here to help.
Wait, our sage has returned. Aquila. It is... actually, no, sorry. Killer. It is good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. I made lots of puppet while I was gone.
That's creepy.
Yes, it is.
Well, you did well finding Oki. Oki, you are sage now, as your sister only has 1 arm and 1 leg.
Oki goes, "Oh no, what happened to my sister?"
A shark, leopard shark, took her arm and leg.
Oh, but
Maybe I
Aquila,
could-
you said a puppet did it.
Maybe I could heal her with my water bending.
Don't be silly. That is too hard for your bending.
I hand over to you
Okay,
guys.
learn to be the great sage with me.
Okay. Aquila and Oki then go off, and golden ribbons are sort of thrown around a little bit, and then everyone cheers, "Yay! I can spirit bend!"
Whee!
Rock's just in the
letting her
background.
do that.
What was that? Sorry, Bree?
Are you guys sure we should be letting her do that? That seems like really, really hard for her, right?
Speaking of hard, Shurva, can we go and lightning bolt each other?
Lightning bowl each other?
Yeah, lightning.
Yeah, let's do the fantastic art of lightning.
This is where you first practiced. So shut your mouth, Andrew.
Yeah, but they skipped a step of the library where we got it.
Yeah, because they don't know about that.
They don't know about that.
Book schmuck.
I can suddenly lightning bend now. Yay!
This technique that's not heard of.
General Zhao's inspiration to me has helped me become a better firebender.
Wait, is that lightning
Mako,
bending
you
yet?
should show these Water Tribe people the power of the Fire Nation. Lightning bend that sea bear.
Is that lightning
I don't know,
bending?
I'm trying to think of it.
It wasn't the lightning
No, it
bending.
didn't
It
work.
was the
Blue
chi,
flame.
like
Yeah, it was the chi thing.
yeah, where you touched me, it like sparked, and that was kind of it. You were trying to use
In
my
a moment
energy.
of panic. Mm.
Yeah.
Suddenly the sky grows dark and you watch as tendrils begin to rise from the ground. Suddenly Aquila laughs maniacally standing above the portal as tentacles come out. Andrew, I pass over to you. Laugh maniacally, please.
Ha 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 ha. Mako, can I get some of your blood? Ha ha ha.
Oh, of course. I'm so willing to give my blood away without any question whatsoever.
This will help appease the spirits.
From inside the tentacles, a dark shape. The guy in the black morph suit rises, no longer with the sock puppet, goes,
I need blood. Killer, let me loose so that I may cleanse this world of all those who are pure and righteous. Starting with the Fire Nation, the most pure and righteous of them all.
As
Oh,
you
that
wish,
sounds
my
bad.
lord.
I don't want to give my blood away anymore.
And then I
We
wave
should
my hands
stop this
and I try
guy.
to do I like do blood bending on Mako.
nice. Yep. Mako, Archie, Mako begins being controlled. Oh no, I'm a puppet
Oh
now.
no!
Ah yes, come to me, my new
the
puppet.
Like almost what happened with Oki's sister.
No, that wasn't me.
I'm just like got
Bree?
my little like whip. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to hold him back from being pulled away with the blood bending. Like,
No, Marco. I'll protect you.
Daddy said 3 feet.
Nice.
This is way more than 3.
Bree? Oh yeah? Nope. Dave, you can go first, then we'll go Bree.
Oh, I can't help at all. I'm useless here. There's no rocks. I throw some like snow confetti. Ugh.
Nice.
Oh, that's very accurate. That's so
Bree?
accurate.
What would Sal do?
Sal's just like running over. Don't worry, guys. I'll scout out and see what he's doing and who he really is, and run around him with the kite.
Nice.
Because that's what Al always does. He just kind of flies over and then leaves.
The spirit grabs hold of Mako.
And now my plan is complete.
And all the lights go dark. And then as they come up again, a figure remains standing on stage. General Zhao.
It is currently intermission. Fetch yourselves some snacks from one of our friendly merchants, and we shall return after the break to learn of the fate of my 5 chosen warriors. Until then, enjoy a quick moment of respite.
General Zhao bows and then moves back behind stage. And that... Actually, no, I want to get reactions from each of your actual characters just quickly, and then we will end.
I kind of
This
like
is
lean
low as
towards
it can
Mako.
be.
Yeah, I lean towards Shurva.
My whip's not that long.
I'm gonna have some words with them later. Like
Like,
Oh,
that's
oh.
not even what we told them. That's
yeah,
not how it happened.
none of that was how we described it. Yeah,
Somehow,
Where did the
We-
rocketing thing from?
It was so much cooler.
we described ourselves as like heroes and like actual victors of battle. It was
Was
really
that
weird.
hose?
Did
That
I
was
just
a
like
hose.
kiss General Zhao's fingers? Like what the? What?
I think you sucked them.
Oh,
and
I
one
didn't
of you
even
guys
like that
in
man.
Yeah,
I didn't
Dave?
even bring him up once.
Yeah, don't
What
call
are
you
you
guys
gonna
out.
say?
Even repeat school twice.
While you guys are whispering to each other, I'll just somehow appears behind you guys between your seats, and he's like, "This is your fault."
And then fades away.
Perfect. That I think that is a great thing to end on. And actually, technically, "It's All Your Fault" could be a good name for the episode too. Or just "All Your Fault." I kind of like that. Or maybe "Reap What You Sow." Could be good too. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. That is all for tonight. We will be jumping back in with the Ember Island Players Part 2 next week. Until then, oh no, Archie won't be. Okay. In that case, then. In that
I
case,
won't
then.
be here. Apologies, I'm getting married.
No, that's fine. That's not a problem. Obviously, that's not a problem at all.
That makes sense.
Wait, what?
Congratulations, brother.
Thanks.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday?
Congratulations.
On Saturday.
Well, then, what's your excuse for not being here on Tuesday?
Yeah, you don't need a honeymoon. This is the honeymoon.
Being here. Pass.
Just do it on your phone
Yeah, alright. I'll see.
while you're on your honeymoon.
There is no pressure for you to join on your phone while you're on your honeymoon. I know Leslie would kill me if that was the case, so don't put me in that position.
You're
Bab,
right.
Bab,
I'll
Bab,
do it.
Bab, I can't skip this. Bab. I love you, Bab.
For those of you watching on Twitch, make sure you stick around. We're going to go raid Corsair's Cove. For everybody else, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Ember Island Players. And if you ever incorporate the Ember Island Players into your Avatar Legends game, I do thoroughly recommend giving control of the characters back to the players. It means that they can have a lot of fun fucking up each other's characters, which is excellent. From all of us here tonight, thank you so much. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again really soon. But until then, farewell, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hola.
Bye.